Welcome back to Fully Poseable. We're back. I'm Big White. This is BB8. We're at the Geek Box, our new filming location in Newcastle-under-Lyme. Let's get cracking. We've got some great exclusives for you today. This guy is Ben, who's next to me.
Hi guys.
Brilliant stuff. So, we've all seen Black Widow in the Avengers, Iron Man. We've all seen her in the comics. We've seen the standalone Scarlett Johansson based figures from the Marvel Legends. But today we've got an exclusive for you based on the comic book version of the Black Widow, my personal favourite, a figure that Ben has made. It's an exclusive before he puts stuff for sale. Please tell us, Ben.
So guys, I make custom Marvel Legends figures. Latest edition that I brought along here today, when she wants to stand up, is Black Widow, just here. Based on the comic book version, I wanted to pay homage to sort of a more classic, clean look. She's got the usual Darice craft foam hair to make sure that the head's still fully poseable, doesn't restrict articulation or chip the paint at all, and she's also got a high gloss finish to give her that proper sort of PVC look.
Excellent.
I like to call it.
So what sort of materials do you use to get that sort of amazing finish on that figure?
So I use Testor's paints and Citadel paints, which you tend to get at quite a few different games outlets. I also use Marvel Legends figures, so this is the latest Marvel Legends female book, which you have seen on Medusa and Wasp. I do sometimes use epoxy sculpt, which is an air drying epoxy, two-part compound. If I need to sculpt any details, I'm sure I'll be bringing some figures along in future, but I'll have a bit more detail than sort of clean look Black Widow. And they're typically the sort of materials I tend to use today.
Excellent stuff. And what got you into this? Because this isn't just something anyone can walk into, I imagine.
So I used to collect Marvel Legends myself. Had a very expensive hobby, and lots of IKEA glass shelves full of figures. However, with being so many characters and so many costumes over the years, obviously Toy Biz and Hasbro, as it became, weren't able to really keep up with the demand as to who was available out there. I started to paint a couple of the characters into slightly different costumes and sharing those online, and fell into customising because people would sort of get in touch with you and say, I'd love to have one of those myself, how much would it cost to do X, Y and Z. So nice little sort of hobby on the side, also helps to pay the bills, which is nice. But it's great just to have these one-off pieces that you can sort of add to people's collections and see people all over the globe, Pan-Asia, Australia, America, had customers all over the place, so it's quite cool.
Excellent. And as somebody who's purchased two figures from you in the past, your work is absolutely phenomenal, and you can get figures that have never been made by Toy Biz or Hasbro, as it is. So yeah, you can get yourself some amazing exclusive pieces of work there.
Yeah, it's the really sort of bizarre ones, the ones that aren't typically going to see released, that I get quite a kick from. So I believe I did Lady Death.
You did, yeah.
For yourself, I've done quite a few sort of weird ones over the years. I've also done obviously the popular ones, X-Men, Avengers, Inhumans, all the big teams, but it tends to be ones that have got iconic looks that haven't perhaps been released or aren't going to see released for some time over some of the more sort of marketable figures like Iron Man, Captain America.
Yeah. Now, this is a big question. Will you consider making some DC figures?
I have actually touched on DC, so in the past I've done Supergirl, I've also done I've done I've done Catwoman. On the wrong house there. So yeah, I've done DC. My main forte tends to lie with Marvel. So the typical books tend to get used on the Marvel figures, and that's where a lot of my customers tend to come from.
Fantastic stuff. So at the bottom of this video, there will be many links, mainly to Ben's Facebook page as well, and also to his eBay site, so you can purchase some of his wonderful figures. But if there's anything you can come up with that you can't see is made, just send him a message. I'm sure he can give you a lovely quote on how much it would cost.
Cool. And I always list on eBay as well every week, guys, so any sort of requests or any particular mentions you think you'd like to see made into Marvel Legend form that you wouldn't mind bidding on, by all means throw the comments on the section below on this video.
Excellent stuff, thank you for coming along. So, what do you think of that performance then, BB? I think it went well, but your performance, mate, bit wooden.